Ooh, Terran. All right. I guess spawning at the top right from the South American team, it is BSL OnlyDark as Terran. That's a surprise. And I believe his counterpart, Omni-Man here, seen as the Magenta Zerg.
And their opponents spawning in the bottom left in green is Newblish, Protoss. And his ally in red, Zerg, bottom right, BSL, Hisup.
So you got the NA hope here. I think
Yes.
Newblish, Hisup got it. Yeah, I'm definitely with you. I've hit both Newblish and Hisup, plenty of times in ladder matches, NA random casual matches. Both these players are strong as they come, honestly, in North America, and they play a very standard style, a very respectful style, right? They're trying to play to outplay somebody. They're not going to look for any type of risky play. They have a very respectable, just style that they're just trying to win the proper way. So I respect it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they also, from my experience, they also have not exactly cheese up their sleeve, but to your point, like they the way that I would characterize their play style is, like I'm gonna come at you toe to toe, beat me. Like they make a lot of units. Now this is the ZP versus ZT matchup, and Newblish is going for the early second hash delayed gas, so that's a little bit not standard. Usually you see a quicker gas from the Zerg with the Protoss ally against ZT, but it makes me think maybe OnlyDark went random and they didn't know exactly what he was. I know.
I mean, he's running an Overlord straight into a Terran main, so it's gotta be the case.
Yeah.
Oh, if he loses that Overlord, that's huge.
For sure. I mean, Lings are already out for the blue team. Yeah, this is looking like they were not expecting there to be a Terran here.
OnlyDark is a Protoss player, so I'm a little surprised myself. Yeah. This is the first time I've ever seen OnlyDark play Terran.
Interesting. Well, it's gonna force Newblish to head north with his Lings, but you got to think that Overlord's dead. Meanwhile, Omni-Man is pushing with his Lings. So Newblish out of position here.
Ooh, yeah, Speed. Big out of position. Speed done as well. This is going to be big damage here from Omni-Man. No wall either. Oh no, looks like
combat is
both Dark. It looks like Dark's definitely in trouble here, but so is Hisup.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, the 4 deep wall.
I mean, if it gets the job done, right? I was looking at that. I was like, man, that is a funky looking wall.
It's the chunky block on the mini map. What is going on over there? But it's Ling proof. You gotta think.
In case they nuke your ramp, it buffers for your units or something. Like, oh man. Well, Two Sunken's gonna finish up here. I kind of feel like Omni's fine in this position.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Newblish block that ramp with the 3 Zealots and just keep Zerg locked in indefinitely on the way out here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you want to do that. I mean, you're going to be blocking a 1-hatch layer that just started their Spire. But he did invest in Ling speed, and he does have like 12. Oh, now they're out. Just as we say that.
I think it's fine to sacrifice the 3 Zealots until Spire gets up, but it looks like Zerg will be allowed to trade here, and I honestly think this is a great trade here for Omni-Man, as long as you finish these off.
Okay. Does killed it.
3-gate Goon. I like this build for 2v2. Always seems like it's strong. 3-4-gate Goon. Like, just make a bunch of Dragoons, they shoot everything. Like, I don't know. It just seems like a really strong way to play.
Yeah,
Ooh,
especially.
Big pickup.
Yeah, nice pick off here on that goon, straggler goon here. But yeah, as Protoss in this spot, if you see the opposing Zerg does not have his ramp, you go goons. It's just that easy. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Seems so difficult to defend too, as Zerg with it, but yeah, well. Ooh, cannon going up at the natural ramp. Forge already spinning here for Newblish. I feel like they're starting to run away with it a little bit here.
Oh, dropship from the turn. Interesting. I wonder if he's going to go Zerg. Looks like he is.
Huh. This timing is just so weird, especially because he knows Zerg has so many Zerglings.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these, like... Obviously, if you can get away with it and have the element of surprise, great, but just like in 1-on-1, you know, you want to divert their attention, maybe attack or stunt with your army, get their attention away, and then drop kind of thing. It doesn't look like they're trying to do that here, but the Zerglings are out of position a little bit. There are 3 mutas here that will accompany this dropship.
You should just drop behind the mineral line, I think, but here
Yeah,
we go.
right.
Muta's diving in here, Dragoons coming in, and Zerglings. I think with the extra lings, they should be able to clean this up, but still, this has been big damage done to the Muta count here of Hisup.
Yep. Oh, nice pickoffs on those mutas. Actually, really nice pickoff on those mutas. That was worth it. That was worth it.
That was worth it. Wow, and suddenly Omni-Man in a really strong position here. Holy crap. Wow, what a turn of events. I mean, I was about ready to call it. I was like, man, Hisup&Newblish kind of running away with it, but man, Omni-Man doing some significant damage here to Hisup's main, killing off that Muta count.
Another dropship here. This is very...
Yeah.
This is interesting
so
to
bizarre.
watch here. Yeah. Because there's no sunken, so like, he doesn't even need a dropship, but the dropship you drop on top of the ramp. So like, it's almost like they're just
getting high ground advantage.
Yeah. Like, this is a tiny MM ball, but it's getting so much value.
Just from the positioning, for sure.
Yeah.
The dropship made it out unscathed once again, too. This is crazy, but it's working. Vessel now. Ooh, the vessel's going to be a big problem for these Muta here from Newblish. Seems like they're just... Wow, only 7 drones on minerals here for Omni-Man, though.
Yeah, I mean, he made a bunch of lings. He made ling speed, a bunch of sunkens. I can see him getting into that spot. Now, this is where the pendulum sort of shifts back towards the ZP in terms of momentum. And now they're all on the map, bunch of red units flooding towards top left. Terran here has 3 rack and has a decent army. He can't just drop all day. He does need to come out the traditional way at some point this game. But now's the time. They know, the blue team knows there's a ton of red, right? Terran needs to go. He needs to do something.
Yeah, Terran needed to move out a while ago. I think this is just too late. Shoot, here we go. Looks like Omni-Man getting some good damage on those last few Muta here of Newblish, but there's so many Dragoons. That's really the story of this. Terran's not halfway across the map yet, so I mean, this is going to be major damage, if not death here for Omni-Man.
Yeah, this is just too late of a help. I would have liked to see those mutas not be Omni-Man's mutas not be at home and to be out and basically sack himself and maybe with his Terran ally hit somebody. Because they saw how much red was flooding in that direction. He probably they should have, instead of playing the help, play counter and maybe get into, in best case scenario, 1-on-1 situation where Terran is either
like kill off the Protoss. Like if he slammed his entire army bottom left, even though the composition isn't the best, who knows? Maybe he kills off Protoss there, and then it only takes 1 or 2 irradiates to kill a Mutaflock, you know?
Exactly. But again, Terran's sort of getting caught here. Some of his army's in the middle. Left vessel gets lost. Yeah.
Big surround. Does get an irradiate off, but Muta's immediately pulled away here.
GG.
Hisup. Yeah, GG. Looks like OnlyDark going to try to hold here. Has a couple bunkers and a siege tank at the natural. Siege not quite done yet. Muta's probably going to be able to dive on this last siege tank here. Yeah, this is just too much. And GG is called there from OnlyDark. So looks like game one going to Newblish and Hisup. Very well done there. It's kind of a crazy little turn of events like we've been seeing with most of the games so far today. I almost thought the bio drops were going to start, taking the game away for them there. But unfortunately for them, Hisup and Newblish kind of pulled it together. Made a lot of Dragoons and had a good attack, so yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah, I think kind of like how we hypothesized the styles, like, yeah, Hisup and Newblish, they make a lot of units, right, toe-to-toe, whereas the other team, more, it was more of an unknown. It almost feels like they got a little bit too fancy for their own good. It looked okay in the beginning there, but, yeah, a lot of goons. A lot of goons.
Yeah. Exactly. A lot of goons. It did look good at the beginning, man. Like, yeah. I mean, Omni was in his base with Mutas uncountered at one point. Yep. The early Ling control was great, but, then we kind of kept going back top left and realized, like, oh man, there's only 7 drones on minerals here. Like, he's got to make the most of everything he's doing here. So, yeah, fortunately not quite able to close it out. But they'll have another shot at it here as we go to game number 2 of the series here.
All right, let's go.
Right on. So once again, Terran at the top, right? I can't believe I'm saying that. It's the Tan Terran OnlyDark. And his counterpart spawning completely cross map as the blue Zerg here. It is Omni-Man.
Mid left on the red team, Protoss, that is going to be brown Protoss. It's going to be Newblish.
Good old Newblish.
And its ally in red, Zerg, Hisup. I thought it was Hisup. Like hi, hello, and sup. Like
it's
hi.
Not though. Yeah, I have always thought it was Hisup.
Oh, it is Hisup.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Hisup. It's a cool name, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be a positive guy, Yeah. Just saying hi to everybody all the time. Oh man. What are you thinking about this map here? This is like a Python-made Twilight-ish kind of map, it seems like.
Like, yeah. Dude, I don't even know the name of this map. I know it's Paranoid Android because it says it there, but to me, it's Python. Like, in my head, it's Python. It plays just like Python, the spawns being right there. Hisup has no excuse to lose his OV this time. You're going to see that Terran right away, just like on Python. No real questions or mysteries. Yeah, the game flow on this map is very much like Python. Yeah, I hate Python. I'm more of a fighting spirit guy, but the reason why I don't like Python is because I don't like making turrets as a Terran player. But on this map you have to, because if the Zerg is your neighbor, he's literally in your backyard. So
yeah, those mutas spawn and they're in your main. Right away.
And the other side of that, if you have a Protoss neighboring you and his name is Boneth, just that much of a shorter distance with Reaver. So yeah, not a big fan of this map, but it's a good map. It's a balanced map. It's probably more ZP favored a little bit, but ZT can play just fine on this too. So yeah, it usually makes for good games.
I feel like I see a lot of non-bio openers from Terrans, but we haven't seen one today. Unless, yeah, I still don't even think we're seeing it this game, right? Oh no, that sunken doesn't reach. Oh no, oh no. That would really suck if this was a dead hatch early on here for Omni-Man.
He does have a narrow sort of entry point below, and the eggs are kind of blocking that a little bit. But once these Zealots get there, they're going to compound that damage. But he's picking off the Lings well.
Yeah, he did. The Lings are most of the damage.
Oh man,
So,
that hatchery.
it's dead. Yeah, it's done, So wow, big damage here from Hisup and Newblish early on. Second sunken morphs just in time to do nothing.
Oof.
And oh, bio counter though. Oh, here we go. He's got enough drones and Lings here that he's gonna be able to hold this.
Yeah.
Still though, nice attempt here from OnlyDark.
Yeah, usually the Terran will do that if it looks like the ZP team is putting full, tilt pressure on the Zerg, just to not exactly kill the opponent. Obviously, if you can kill the opponent with 5 or 6 Marines, so be it. But the purpose of that is to sort of get them to be distracted and not be as full tilted towards your ally to alleviate that pressure. But in this spot, they killed the second hatchery so quickly, it really did not serve any real purpose. And at this point, even with losing those Marines too, it's they're very behind the ZT team. This will be a tough spot for them.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one to just like macro out of, right? There's just no advantages for Omni-Man here. I mean, the eco's behind, tech's behind, doesn't have the second hatchery advantage. I mean, drone count's not looking great. Yeah, it's just a tough spot. Sometimes you're just in those.
Yeah, I mean, Terran doesn't have an eBay. He elected to go for the factory, which is a little bit of a cutting of corners. The problem is these mutas are so close to Terran that once he gets up to even 3 muta, he can look for ways to get some value from them. But smartly putting his bio in that position, so the Zerg is gonna think better of it. Spores
yeah, at
going
least
down
he's
here.
able to. At least he's got that group of bio at home, right?
Yeah.
He can't.
Yep.
He shouldn't feel too bad about being greedy with no turrets yet. But yeah, for sure. Well, we do have a couple spores, and it looks like Omni-Man still continuing to try to drone here. Looks like that extractor might be vulnerable. I wonder if Hisup will take advantage of that.
Yeah, it does
Robo.
look a little bit.
Oh, it's bizarre that he makes the Robo at the Zerg's base.
That's what
Right?
they do now. That's what
They do that. That's just,
Yeah,
that's what the
'cause-
kids are doing these days.
That's what the kids are doing these days. I don't know which Protoss player started it, but that's what they're doing. I think part of it is, okay, Robo is here. I can make a Reaver and we can go straight to the Zerg who's delayed on, the Terran from that proximity, which can throw Terran a little bit off guard. Right?
It's almost
to
more
be a
important, like the angle that the units are coming from. So it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, and the timing too, right? Like if he made that Reaver and in his main, it's gonna hit.
later.
The likelihood is you're gonna poke the Zerg first because he's closer. So for that element, but also Terran often will want to scan what Protoss's tech is, whether it's like Citadel tech or Temple Archives tech, or if it's Robo tech. Obviously, if you scan his base right now, you're not gonna know what the heck he's going. So there's that element too.
Right on.
But
right on. Makes sense. Yeah, it's just this is the first time I've seen that. To be honest with you, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, Bonnet does it. I don't know if he started it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know where it started from, but yeah, it's becoming more and more standard, and it's like the hot thing to do on the streets here as a Protoss player.
Okay. Well, OnlyDark is getting a Hydra Den down now. No lair quite yet, but he does have an Evo. Probably researching that +1
Double
range
drop
attack.
ship.
Ooh, double dropship. That's one way to get around some cannons.
Yeah, right.
Well, we'll see here. He does have a Reaver up already at the Zerg in position. Man, it would almost be better to double drop the Protoss's Bane here, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, his scan did see the Reaver. Or the Robo, rather.
So he knows it's there.
Yeah.
So, like, why engage it, right? Go to the other one.
100%. I would not even attempt to drop there if I were him. I would go as like a knee-jerk reaction. I would just pivot towards Protoss. The problem with this is though, there's no Muta again, so like it's just harder to navigate. I think had he even now he goes Protoss.
Yeah, he could, man. I mean, even Protoss is reacting to it, making those cannons go. Just run into the main.
Yeah.
This could do it. I don't know if these cannons are going to be up in time.
Decent amount of Muta here. I mean, they gotta think. When there's 2 dropships invested, you know he's gonna drop. The question is which one. So, okay, he's going for it.
Wow. See, this is why you don't make your Robo in somebody else's base. No, I think this has just been a great reaction here from OnlyDark, honestly.
Okay, here come the Reavers.
Ooh. Wow, Reavers do some damage, man.
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, that's a big blow to, honestly, OnlyDark. That was really most of his map presence. Reavers are still alive here for Newblish, so it looks like we're going to see a counter back of the main. There's no static D, no Hydras here, and so many drones falling so quickly. Oh, Muta coming in as well here, trying to get a little bit of additional splash on top of these Hydra groups. That might be all he needs, really, to get some purchase on this mineral line here of Omni-Man.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Hisup&Newblish really showcasing team play, right? Like, each fight has been 2 versus 1, and that's how you want to play in 2 versus 2. You want to be in situations where you and your ally are able to collapse on armies, and if it's just one player's army, even better, right? And that's what they did. Reaver, Shuttle, and Muta is the most mobile composition, and it's very strong for that reason. Nice timing here, though, from the Terran player.
This is a lot of bio coming in at a very opportune time. Cannon's not quite up, and suddenly this natural will be evacuated. There are a good amount of mutas here, though, and no medics, so this could be a little close. Never mind. Marines do so much damage.
Yeah, he's got the vessel too. I'm starting to question. Okay, there's some medics. I was wondering. I started to think he was maybe sexist and didn't want to make medics, but there they are. He's gonna need those medics. He's on 4 rack. He's got the 2nd CC. Very interesting here. So you definitely got to think that was a big win, denying the Protoss 2nd base. There's only Shuttle and Reaver threat here. No real gateway unit counts or Templar Archives count. So this linear style that the ZT team elected to go might pay off here, because with the Reaver being out of position, to your point, if they go, does Protoss survive? Like, is this it?
Oh, D-Matrix on the Marine that's
Great
tanking
move.
the cannons too. Probes trying to come in here. Yeah, it's only 2 cannons left, man. I think he's maybe done it. This is nuts.
The probes buying as much time as they can. Oh, he's got to get up that ramp. Let me
One
go.
storm right now would be amazing. Wow, it
Or
looks
even
like
a
they've
Reaver.
done it. Yeah, or 1 Reaver, exactly. Probes being pulled to the bottom of the mineral line, but that's going to be it, man. Like, that is his entire eco. OnlyDark did take some pretty serious damage here. Still Muta's in the main, but it looks like he's just barely gonna stabilize. I mean, even if he just hung on to his main at this point, it would be more than enough. Oh, I say that, but 2 Reavers coming in from the south side. And actually, suddenly, everything's very questionable.
He's got to lift.
Yeah, he's got to lift everything. He's got to just give it up, I guess. Give up the entire main. This is too many Muta.
Too many Muta. Oh, man.
Whoa, what a crazy game here.
An Irradiate would be a game changer if you can get a nice Irradiate here. A juicy Irradiate, but those Mutas are not oh, all the SCVs are gonna die.
Yeah, he needed to pull the SCVs to his teammate. Oh no.
Now they get the high ground. And being that this linear composition, there's no Mutas to dive on these. They gotta go up the ramp.
Does get an Irradiate off though. Oh man, they're not even getting up the ramp.
Reavers.
These have been amazing Scarabs, amazing movement on these Reaver shuttle.
Yeah.
Here from Newblish. I mean, this is honestly top notch. He got the most he possibly could out of that.
Yep.
And shoot, man, look at this. Hisup eco unscathed. We do have actually a sizable amount of drones though from Omni-Man as well. He's not out of this. 13 drones for him. But yeah, look at this. Newblish 2 probes, OnlyDark 5 SCVs. Like, this has just been a knife fight.
Yeah, it's like if you're Newblish, do you save your minerals for Scarabs or what do you do in this spot? 'Cause he still has that shuttle. He's got 2 Zealots with it. Yeah, I mean...
Ooh, big Scarab.
Money Scarabs.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're Newblish, you just keep doing that.
Yep.
Like... Wow, big shots going down here. Looks like OnlyDark trying to recover as much as he can in his natural. I feel like 1 Wraith would be huge here for him. Just to deny this constant shuttle harass.
Yeah.
Looks like Omni-Man coming in from the south side as well. Trying to intercept some units. The Muta count from Hisup is just growing and growing here. And there is still a vessel alive. Oh, never mind. I jinxed it. Reaver gets a big shot off. Looks like this timing's going to be pushed back, at least.
Yeah, Protoss slowly crawling back with his 1 Nexus. But yeah, you gotta think, you know, with this much defense, only against linear composition, very soon, Hisup is gonna... He's gonna be just too big, and he'll be able to kill both Terran and Zerg, I would think.
I think he could kill Terran right now. There's no vessel anymore. Look at this bio count. It's not much.
Yeah. Nice microwave.
Yeah, good Reaver control, backing out at the right time as well. I mean, that's not a negligible amount of Hydralisk. Omni-Man really doing what he can to try to keep his partner alive here. But, I mean, the story is there has been no pressure on Newblish. Newblish is, like, dead, not a cannon, not a zealot to his name. But he's able to feel comfortable, you know, because there's just been no pressure. All of the focus has been on this 12 o'clock base here of OnlyDark.
Right.
Oh, I say that, and Reaver drop at 6 o'clock. Wow, very well done there from Newblish.
Yeah, and I was thinking the exact same thing too. As if I were the Protoss, when I see that many Hydras, like let my ally just go to work there. I'm gonna swing this shuttle back down this way. You got a lot of Hydras?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's at home.
Yep. Nothing is the answer.
Yeah.
3 Hydralisks, it looks like. Yeah, he can just keep going back in. Looks like he will here. 3 Hydras trying to get underneath the shuttle. Okay, looks like they will push it back. But Muta's coming in now here from Hisup, diving on the first spore, and that fell easily.
Now their only choice is to go kill Protoss again. I think his OnlyDark and Omni-Man did the best they can with this linear style, but this style generally doesn't work. Like, you don't see Zergs going Hydra like this against ZP with Bio Ally, and this is one of the reasons why. It's just it's hard because you don't have as much maneuverability, and now you get these situations where you're thinned out, and then if they take advantage of where you're thinned out, then it's like, then you're forced to all in, and if that all in doesn't work, it's GG. You know, it's just not a very stable style, I would say.
Feels like mobility is just key in this 2v2 matchup, right? Like, you have to be able to group your units with your teammate. You could be the best player in the world, and you're not gonna 1v2. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
You can't play your way out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of micro practice here on top of the ramp. But this would be GG. There it is.
Yep, GG is called there. Reavers get some final scarab shots off in the main here of OnlyDark.
GG.
And GG is called there, so another 2-0 series. Very, very well played there from the North American squad, Hisup&Newblish. Got to see some excellent shield casing of some amazing Reaver control, good mutas early on, like wing pressure. Man, that was just a solid series in general.